Hi, I'm Lazy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I bleed the brakes on my Capri. I know there's loads of different ways you can bleed them, but normally it takes two people or loads of expensive equipment with vacuum pumps and air compressors and the like. So I'm going to show you the way I do it and the way it works every time. You can do it by yourself. You don't need to go and get the wife, and so she sits there for about 10 minutes pushing the pedal and moaning and whining. So this is how I do it. But what I'll do, I'll show you a couple of alternatives first. Firstly is the vacuum pump, which I brought from Fleabay ages ago. It's okay, but it doesn't really work. Basically all you do, I don't really want to touch it because it's covered in brake fluid, but basically you set it up to your bleed nipple, create a vacuum by pumping the lever here, crack the valve open, the bleed nipple open, got a quarter turn, and it should draw all the air out of the system. It sort of works, but it works for the front brakes okay, but not the rears. The other one you might be familiar with is this one, which is the brake, is a tube, and in the bottom there somewhere, I don't know if you can see on the camera, there's a little tiny split. But then again, you still need two people to do it. This normally goes into a jar with some fluid, and then again you still got to get somebody in the driver's side to press the brake pedal while you sort of release the bleed nipple. So that's okay, but I'm by myself, so I'll show you how I do it. Right, this is a setup I've got. It's quite simple and straightforward. All you need is a bit of clear plastic tube. It doesn't have to have a non-return valve in it or a split. It needs to be quite a nice push fit onto your bleed nipple, which is there. Obviously I've got the spanner on that's ready and waiting. The pipe goes into a little container, which I've used a bottle, but the pipe, the tube that goes through, I've actually put some cable ties there and underneath. I'll put a cable tie around there with a little loop on it so I can hold the bottle. The tube goes into the bottle, just near to the bottom, and I fill it up with a little bit of brake fluid. That little piece in there, you can see it's just a connector because the tube eye wasn't long enough. Now, the way you bleed the brakes is the normal stuff is you go from the furthest wheel cylinder away from the master cylinder, which in this case is the passenger rear. Then you go to the driver's rear, then the passenger front, and then the driver's front. I've done the back. I thought I'd do a video on the front one because it's quite hard to see at the back because I've got loads of wheelie bars and that in the way, but I'll show you how it works. So I've topped up the master cylinder, that's all nice and full up. So all you need to do is crack the bleed nipple quarter of a turn. Don't do it anymore because the air will come into it. So you just crack it, quarter of a turn. Oh, I can get my hand on it. That's all you need, quarter of a turn. So the idea is when you have to push the brake pedal down very slowly and up. Do about 3 or 4 times. Probably won't need many times because obviously this one's actually been bled. So what you'll see is that initially when I put the pedal down, you'll see some brake fluid coming out of the pipe there, coming up. And when I let it go, it come back in and it starts drawing up from here. But what it does, it actually draws up brake fluid rather than air. So it's a simple and easy way of working, but it does work every time. So the whole system's pretty much done now. There might be a little bit of air in the front, but I'll pump it a few times and we'll see how we get on. And don't forget, when you pump it, you can get out of the car and come round and have a look. So, you know, it's no dramas. It's ever so easy, ever so simple, and all it costs you is an old bottle, plastic clear bottle, and a piece of tube. That's it. Well, let's go and try it out. Well, that's it. I've done it about 4 times, and you can see it's pretty. I'm not sure if any bubbles come out because I couldn't actually see it, but I'm sure there was, judging by the brake fluid in there, it's actually spot on. So that's good. So that's that one done. Just the other side to do now, and that's it. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.